Hey everybody, welcome to Ringside. This is your host and welcome to the TEW 2016 Lucha Underground Summerslam special. So hopefully this is going to be the special at least for Summerslam. It's going to be maybe three different showings hopefully. But first we got our first case of locker room incidences. Hopefully this isn't something too bad. Just again in general, hopefully it's just not something too bad, so we'll have to see what that is, and before we get to the main show, obviously we're gonna check that out. So an incident involving this fuck dude, let's see what it says. Oh, okay, so let's see. Corvo has been annoying the fact the locker room with his constant preaching about how great his religion is. As an employer, you should now choose to deal with the situation. It's not like that's that bad, but let's see. I guess give him stern warning then. Nothing really happened with it, so that's good. So that was, that was it. So, yeah, I guess that was it. So, I know this guy's wanting a better push, but I'm thinking I'm gonna see how he's on the show today, so we're gonna see how he did. I'm gonna put him in the pre-show match, see how he does, and see if we'll keep him or not. So, that'll be it for this part, and I'm gonna cut next when we get into the actual booking. Show off with this pre-show match, and it got a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Cuero defeated Penelope Esquerra in 8 minutes and 18 seconds by pinfall with a brainbuster. Just wanted to see who would do better in this match, and secretly the match is only here on this card to see who's getting fired, and it's definitely this dude. I just can't. He's just not worth it. I think he's like a mid-carder, it says, but I don't know. I just don't want to even just have this around. It's just nah. I'm just not gonna deal with it. This guy can stay. Hopefully, did he improve a little bit? He's improving in employment skills. So maybe we'll move to see if he can do, or if he can do something later on. But for now, that's all we have. So let's move on to the next segment, the opening segment, I should say. In a C+66 segment, so that's good. Pretty much just Dario Cuello comes out with Matanza. You know, Matanza's got the championship. He's just hanging out, and I don't know why it keeps saying Dario Cueto looks lost out there. He has a great rating in terms of like this type of stuff, so I don't know why. And still, he got a good rating. But whatever. So he comes up, and he's pretty much just talking about how him and his brother are always gonna rule the roost of professional wrestling, especially in Lucha Underground. So we'll just move out from that. Just a little opening segment, as you know, as everyone that watched the episode knows how I like to do. We'll change it up the next episode, but whatever. Moving on. All right, so let's see. Okay, all right. In a decent match, Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Carlos Colon Jr. Carlito defeated Aerial Star and Phoenix in 8 minutes 50 seconds. When Chavo Guerrero Jr. He gets Aerial Star pinfall via handful of tights. I don't know why it says accidentally. El Texaco Jr. I guess I accidentally put it. He is botched, but El Texaco Jr. comes out, just nails Aerial Star while the ref's not looking, and he gets the pin with the tights. 1, 2, 3. That's good, and the match did pretty good. I thought it might not do that good just because of how. I don't know, just because apparently Carlito's not too good, but everyone did good. It's probably because I put them up with Aerial Star and Phoenix, so we'll move on from there. And in even better segment, this pretty much Legado, Chavo and El Texaco Jr., the two big muscle members, beat down everyone. They beat up the already beaten Aerial Star and Phoenix. They beat up Drago, who's also there at ringside, I forgot to mention. And Carlos just cuts a big promo on how they're going to beat them when they get the chance at the Trios titles, which is going to be soon, I promise. But, just a little segment I thought would be good just to have. And we'll move on to the next segment here. I believe it's another match. Alright, I'm about to have good wrestling, a decent match from the crowd. Johnny Mundo defeats Argenez in 9 minutes, 30 seconds by pinfall with a quick cradle. Johnny Mundo seemed off his game, yet still got a performance rating of 73. And Argenez had an in-ring performance of 45. So that was good match overall, just a little nice match. Wanted to get Johnny Mundo up there in the, just kind of get his momentum back up. And this segment wasn't as good, but whatever. We have Angelico comes out, tries to beat up Mundo, but Mundo knew this was going to happen, so PJ Black and Jack Evans jump him. They beat down Angelico, and the band looks strong after last couple weeks of just not being able to look any good. So we have that now. So just moving on with that. So yeah, let's move on to the next segment, which what's the next segment? If I know what the next segment is, well, I'll get a good laugh out of it. Sorry for the weird editing here. Again, in a terrible match, Jervis Cottonbelly defeated Daivari following botched interference by Dario Cueto. So Dario Cueto comes in, accidentally hits Daivari with that bull statue he used to kill that dude. I forget who he killed. But, yeah, I just want to have a fun little match with Jervis, see how he would do. I forget what his gimmick rating was. I'll have to check. But Daivari came up and he just lost to Jervis, and Jervis is really happy. He didn't even know that the interference took place, and Dario Cueto was not too happy about having Jervis on Lucha Underground spot. So maybe I'll do some more stuff with him. Whatever, we'll see. Moving on from that. So let's go to the next segment here. And this is Marty Scurll. He just cuts. It's like a video, and it's pretty much the video of him talking about how he's here in Lucha Underground now. The villain is here. He says a lot of. He pretty much cryptically says he didn't attack Cage just because he wanted to. He attacked him because he's ready to attack anybody. He's not trying to make an example of Cage. He doesn't need to make an example of Cage. He's gunning for everybody, and he's gunning for that Lucha Underground title. So pretty much just a nice little video just to push Marty Scurll a little bit. So let's move on to the next segment here. Alright, so in an exceptional match, which apparently deserved better color commentary, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Matanza when Matanza was counted out while fighting Pentagon Dark at ringside. And so what happens here is the match is going on, and right at the finish, as you can see in the bottom, Dario Cueto distracts Rey Mysterio long enough for Matanza just to pick him up and slam him, and as he's about to pin, Pentagon Dark comes and just starts beating the holy hell out of Matanza Cueto. And while he's doing that, and I forgot to add it in here, but he also kind of, he's not helping Rey Mysterio. He just says it's sights set on Matanza. He chases off Dario too. The ref has to count him out. And Rey is seemingly pissed off because he lost his chance at the title. Again, so in the last segment of the Go Home show, Rey has a stare down with Pentagon Dark, and they're both pissed off at each other. So we'll have to see where this goes in the next episode. So let's end the show here, see how we did. So we got a C63. I thought that's decent. I'm good with it. Again, increased our show in 11 regions. Pretty much the same thing as always. And I'm gonna cut to you guys when we get to the next segment here. We got the last little segment of the episode here for this first part. We have the Lucha Underground. We got the feedback from this one has been good. We had a. We got a 63 or C63. I believe. Let me check how everyone else did. NXT. Yeah, we did better than NXT again. We're winning this Wednesday Night War, boys. New Japan sold us out. Way better. That Killing Elite squad though. Trying to see what else happened there, but no, that's pretty much just it. Go here, we'll check our emails. Some people have been complaining, so I'll fix that. We got another 07 TV rating, and if you check the history, we've increased the rating somewhat. What did we get the last show? Did we get as good? No, we got a slightly lowering rating, but we've been going up pretty much, so hopefully we can start getting better shows. And I hope to, in the next couple episode parts here, which probably be 3, to get a better rating. So we'll see how we do through the next episode, which the next part, obviously since this is a special, will be the second part of the big Summerslam Super Show for TEW 2016. And I just wanted to show off the month had ended, so now we're in September, and I guess the regional battles came in. And let me check. I believe we pretty much cleared house. Yeah, we've cleared house pretty much. We finished first in every section of the Great Lakes out of 11. I really wish it would let you see which company it is. I might mess around the settings after this one to show you, but yeah, this happened. New Japan was offered. They offered Carlito a deal, but they dropped it. And they did offer Sami Callihan, but they're off tour, so I'm not really worried about that too much right now. But yeah, I'm excited. We're not regional yet, but we're getting there, I think. What's our popularity in the regions? So we're climbing up in popularity somewhat, I guess. Mainly in the United States. Again, hopefully, if I can reach regional, that means I can get more TV deals. I'm just gonna assume that. So we'll move on to that, but let's just get right into the first show. I'm really excited for this show, this specific one, because New Japan stopped touring, so you're gonna see a couple new faces, I guess you could. Alright, in a poor pre-show match, Cuervo defeated Blake Morris, such as this dude. He came up as one of the guys that was just like, oh, a fresh young talent. And I hired him just to be like, yeah, I could throw him on some pre-show matches. And, I mean, he's got a 16 rating, but you know what? The fuck, why not? But yeah, no, pretty much just, negative. I guess he didn't sell well, but again, he's really not that good. But I figured I'd pick him up just as kind of just like a guy that fed in the pre-show matches. So that was that first match, but you know, what are you gonna do? Alright, in this match, in the pre-show match that had decent wrestling but didn't get much heat, I wonder what I'll look up. Will Ospreay makes his Lucha Underground debut in this dark match against Famous B, defeating him in 6 minutes 57 seconds by pinfall with an exploding 450 splash. I wanted to see what his rating would get, and that 53 is beautiful, and that great rating is beautiful, so he's definitely gonna be on the card here. So let's move after that. Alright, in this little segment, this is just kind of like a video recap of the last part, just so, again, if you're watching this one, you already know what happened there, but, you know, just talking about the championship match and all that. And let's move on to the next part. Oh, wow, I don't know why this had a really shitty rating, but, oh, wow, I don't know why. What did I have him, did I make a note what he was rated on? I know it was freestyle, but that's just weird. Whatever. I'm kind of pissed off now. But pretty much Dario talks about the show, and he's going to talk about how one of the main things they're doing right now is they're going to have a Gift of the Gods championship match. So Sexy Star is going to put her Gift of the Championship on in a 4-way match. So let's cut to that. Alright, I guess the wrestling wasn't that good, and I could see why. Oh man, and about to have decent reaction from the crowd with subpar wrestling, Sexy Star defeated Marty the Moth Martinez, Dr. Wagner Jr., and Argenese in 10 minutes and 25 seconds when Sexy Star defeated Marty the Moth Martinez with a pinfall with a swing fisherman suplex, and she makes a defense of her title. So she defended her Gift of the Gods championship. So I just wanted to have this to kind of get that. Dr. Wagner Jr. is really off his game. He got a 21. That's kind of sad. I mean, I could see why at the same time. Let's see exactly why does it say why he's off his game? Declining physical ability. I guess it's that. I really don't see much use for Dr. Wagner Jr. I just threw him in there just to kind of see how the segment would get. And, yeah, that's just this segment, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, in a decent match, Red Dragon defeated Donnie Fox and Daga in 6 minutes 51 seconds when Kyle O'Reilly defeated Daga by submission with an ankle lock. Didn't I have it set to... it didn't mention it, but I guess he gets the submission after Daga gets accidentally hit by Cobra Moon, so we're kind of just pulling that again, that shtick again. I thought this match would do slightly better, but, you know, I can't argue with that. But, yeah, no, I'm really excited Red Dragon got to debut. I would have liked to have been a more profile match, but I wanted to really continue with some of the storylines we got here. So, does Cobra want the D storyline continue? And, no, we're not going to turn a gimmick yet. I said no. Oh, no, I hate how it tells you. And I knew this was going to get a shitty rating, but pretty much Cobra just does a sexy lay-on Daga just because, for the shits and grins. I felt like doing it, so fuck you. So that's what we're going to get. Move on to the next segment here. No, we're not turning your goddamn gimmick. And about that good heat and decent wrestling. What the fuck? How is? Never mind. Sami Callihan defeated Mil Muertes in a death match in 9 minutes and 37 seconds by pinfall with a surprise roll up. So he gets a roll up, and apparently the overbooking of the match didn't sit well. Again, I was hoping for better, but not why. I don't know why Mil Muertes is held back. He is a brawler, but Brody notes. Maybe I should have went with Car Crash instead of Mayhem, but whatever. But decent match. So let's move on to the next thing. All right, so in this segment, so pretty much, Jack. So I forgot to mention in the Dario Cueto segment, he talks about how this match, it was supposed to be Johnny Mundo v Angelico, and Evans, Mundo, and Black come out, and they show a video, like a quick segment where it shows that they beat the shit, or no, you could see video, I'm sorry, they don't show it, I'm thinking WWE, that they beat the shit out of Angelico backstage, so he can't make his match. So they go, so for your main event tonight, we want to be in the trios title matches. The trio test match with Legado. He goes, we can beat Legado, we can beat Area Star, Phoenix, we can get our championships back. So he goes, so whoever wants to come down to the ring, get your ass here. He goes, if you want us to be in this match, we'll fight them, and whoever wins the match, pretty much. So pretty much what they lay down the line is, I'm getting sidetracked. They pretty much have an open challenge, and they say, Dario Cueto, send out anybody. And if we win, we get into the trios title matches. If they win, they get in the trios title matches. So who the fuck's gonna come out? That's the big question. And the fucking Elite come out. So the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega come out. The crowd craps itself, hopefully. I'm loving these gimmick ratings. This show's actually going really good. Not as good as I hoped, but still pretty decent. Kenny Omega got above average. Matt Jackson got a legendary on his show stealer gimmick. So fucking Elite comes out, and fucking the crowd hopefully goes nuts. Derek Quayle probably somewhere out there smirking it, probably jerking it. That went too far. But they come out, and it's time for the match. It's gonna be the Band versus Elite. Who's gonna go to the trios title matches? Let's see how the match did. And about that had superb wrestling and great heat. You had Elite defeat the Band after Kenny Omega pins Jack Evans with a V-trigger. In terms of match work, apparently Matt Jackson was head and shoulders above everyone else. Let's see what the matches got. Apparently Nick Jackson, it wasn't Nick, oh no, I thought it said Max Jackson. I was going to be like, so what did Nick Jackson, Nick Jackson was 67, and he was off his game. So, everyone else this whole match did a really, can I go down more? Isn't there more? What did Jack Evans do? I apparently can't see what Jack Evans did. But, let's see, worker improvements, Johnny Mundo, Jack Evans, this match was a really great way to top off the event. This was the main event, so this is how the show ends, but there's one more segment for the post-show. You would see it if you were, at the crowd. But, the Elite beat the Band. I forget if it was, I wanted to use Killer Elite, because I know that's a thing, but I just felt like going with Elite, just because I felt it rolls off the tongue more for Lucha Underground style. And what did this next one? And Legado come out, and they're staring off against the Elite. You got the Legacy and you got Elite. The two guys are going to be challenging for the tag title, or the trios titles, I'm sorry. I probably messed that up twice. They just come out, just end the show in a really minor segment. So let's see what the show did. So we got a D+. I'm going to assume it was kind of I really was hoping the intro would have gotten us more points. But man, that 11's rating, that was the shit. I really loved this. This episode was probably one of my favorites I've done, just because of the amount of people I'm actually able to use now. I was running out of time. I didn't know who to use, who not to use, whatnot. So yeah, we have that. So I'll see you guys in the next post segment when we come up to the same reviews and shit. I don't even know why I click on this. It's always the same thing. But again, our attendance is going up. So let's see what we had a 52. I highly doubt we beat NXT. Oh, we matched NXT, thankfully. Decent matches, let's see. I already mentioned SummerSlam, but yeah, we always beat Ohio Valley Wrestling. That's not a problem. But yeah, let's see. Oh, what's this? Conan is relocated. Ricochet relocates. He's in Japan apparently now. But don't we have the TV ratings? We got a 7 TV rating for. So again, we matched the. So the show took a dip in quality just because of some minor mistakes by me, but I honestly think if you and Ty Dillinger is apparently being called up to the main roster. NXT's getting fucked, but not like even in real life you could like say that, but I highly doubt it. But man, like in this game, it's getting fucked. But what was I gonna say? Show schedule. What was it? Show history. That's what it is. You know what? I could say that's a pretty deep decline. Slightly less viewers than last time, but man, I bet a bunch of people are gonna turn in once they realize the fucking Bullet Club was fucking on Lucha or not Elite, was on Lucha Underground. So we're getting up there in the importance. We're getting up there. Getting up there. It doesn't say our progress rating. Oh, it's saying by... I don't get this. Whatever, I don't understand it. If I don't understand it... Oh, no, it's tracking raw popularity, so I guess... Yeah, we have a 32. So, yeah, we're going off that. So I'll see you guys in the last showing, which will be the last of this Super Slams. I just see fucking Super Slam. Alright, guys, we're back on the screen. I checked in with the just this stuff, and we matched NXT. You can see here, it also got a 52. We did beat what's it called? Is this fucking... Mojo Riley apparently is doing pretty good for himself. We beat Ohio Valley Wrestling as always. Always got to beat Ohio Valley. But yeah, besides that, we just go here, show history. We didn't get a good as rating as last time, and the viewership slightly went down like by 1,000. But I want to call this the most successful show because it taught me a lot, and we got to use some of the stars I've been waiting to use. And again, I think I mentioned this before, but once the crowd knows Elite, Kenny Omega, fucking the Young Bucks are on the US TVs nowadays, my boys. They're gonna be tuning in. Soon it's gonna be another Monday Night War. We're gonna move Lucha Underground to Mondays. But yeah, no. After this, now that this part's over, I'll see you for the last show. Alright guys, so this is really gonna be the last part, but I'm gonna try to fit one more episode in there for this big super show. I should really call it, like, have a name for it. I'm just gonna call it the super show, whatever. But anyway, we're here for the next one. In the last part, we had a decent show rating, but a good show in my opinion overall, so hopefully this show does even better than that one. So let's just jump right into it. Alright, in the pre-show match, it didn't have much heat and not good wrestling. Marty the Moth Martinez defeats Jervin Cottonbelly in 5 minutes and 10 by pinfall. They didn't click with each other. The crowd, it was just a regular match. The crowd didn't take well to it. Decent ratings from the last time, 24, 26. Any improvements? No improvement details, but just a little pre-show match just to see how they do. So let's just move on to the next segment here. Alright, so this is like a backstage segment, like in that Lucha Underground like office segment, where it talks about Dario Cueto, pretty much for the main event of this show, signs a singles match between Johnny Mundo and Kenny Omega to see it's not really about anything. They already the band already lost the chance at the trios titles, so it's pretty much just Johnny Mundo wants the match just to kind of get back at Omega, and just kind of matched another chance to have Omega on the show, just because I really like the fact that I can now have Elite actually booked. Let's go to the next segment. Alright, in about that had great wrestling and good heat, the Young Bucks defeated Carlito and El Texaco Jr. in 8 minutes 44 seconds, and Mac Jackson defeated El Texaco Jr. by pinfall with a more bang for your buck. Obviously the Young Bucks have excellent chemistry together, 80 and 78. I really got to use them more. Uh, 54. And I know someone mentioned this. Someone mentioned to putting in, now that I've uploaded some more episodes in between these parts, the young elites are face right now. They're faces, just because. For now, note that. I am kind of treating them like the invaders. Like, I might work in more with that later on, but like obviously they're coming in from another company. They came in to accept the challenge, and in terms of their relationships with everybody, they're probably not on the best kind of note with Dario Cueto. And we'll get into that. I have more booking plans for that. But anyway, 6DC match, just the first match of the show, really good. Again, deserved apparent better color commentary. But overall, yeah, it was a really good match. Let's move on to the next thing. Holy shit! Wow. Oh no! Wait! What the fuck? Prince Puma, and it's okay. So in an exceptional match, Prince Puma defeated King Cuerno in 9 minutes 52 seconds with the Vertigo. I just wanted to have Prince Puma out there just see how just kind of to do it. I have no idea why this is here. Prince Puma and Conan are an awkward pairing and no chemistry whatsoever. I don't know what that means. Is Conan his manager? I did not know he was his manager. That shouldn't be a thing. Apparently, yeah, but that was, I guess, the only thing Dragon smashed down. They just had a little just bout. What did I have this? I think I just had it to high spots. Yeah, just high spot match. But B-71, that's not the best match we've done. I believe the Rey Mysterio King Cuerno match was better. I'll have to check, but whatever, moving on. Alright, in the C-Mines, this is just, Dario Cueto actually announces Aztec Warfare 3 as its own event. Not sure where it's going to be at. I originally wanted it to have it in Mexico, but because we don't get any television there, our rating's not that good. So maybe I'd have it, maybe not, whatever. I'll figure that out, maybe. But yeah, just Rey Mysterio comes out and just kind of cuts up. It starts off with Rey Mysterio talking about how he was screwed out of the Lucha Underground Championship match, and Dario Cueto pretty much comes out, oh, you'll be able to get your chance back at Aztec Warfare 3. Just kind of just hyping that up as an event. Its own separate event, not just a regular episode. Because I feel that's how it should be, if you were to be honest. Lucha Underground shouldn't really have too many like pay-per-views, I guess you could call them, but if there's anything it requires, they probably should have some kind of like special for Aztec Warfare, just because I feel it's just a highlight of the around that time. It's a highlight of the showing. So let's move on from this segment. Let's see what the next segment get. Okay, so we got Bengala the Fourth loses Will Ospreay in 7 minutes 4 by pinfall with an imploding 450 splash. Just wanted to get Will Ospreay on the show, put him with this dude. That C-58. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have with Will Ospreay. I have some kind of idea. I think people might know what I'm talking about, but we'll just have to see in the Go Home the Go Home show. Let's see what the next thing did. Alright, not as good as match, but it's pretty much just a squash match. And about that had great heat, though, in decent wrestling. Mil Muertes defeats Chavo Guerrero Jr. in 6 minutes 4 seconds by pinfall with a frog splash. I don't know what Mil Muertes' gimmick is, but I guess I'm going to have to change it, because he's apparently not suited to it. Is that one of the things dragging Mil down? Yeah, for poor momentum, inconsistency, and decline. Oh, and the fact that he's just old. Same thing with the odd face heel combination thing that also might have did, but I just wanted to have this as a match. Go to the next segment. Well, I did not know why this match did as good. Maybe it's just because it's a freestyle angle, just kind of like a hype promo video for Omega and Mundo. I forget if I had this as I hope I had it as a minor impact. Whatever. Let's get on to the actual main event: Kenny Omega versus Johnny Mundo. I thought it might have gotten better, but I can't complain. About that had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Kenny Omega defeats Johnny Mundo in 9 minutes and 1 second. I probably should have had it for longer, but I wanted to have the next segment in there. In pinfall with a V-trigger. Kenny Omega getting a better rating than Mundo even. I guess the match deserved better commentary too. I think I had this as steal the show. Maybe that was it, but it's still a good match overall. You know, anytime we're getting C's and B's and shit, it's always good. So I think the next segment was just minor too, so it wouldn't matter. So it's just a generic. Legato comes in, they come in to try to get the attack. Kenny Omega, and then you get the super kick party from the Young Bucks. So it pretty much is just like a Young Buck elite style show here, but you know, I wanted to focus in on them because, you know, they are the new trios title like competitors, and they might win them. You never know. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not exactly sure, but you know, we'll see. So let's end the show here. Popularity ratings, we got a 60 overall. Let's move on. All right, so we drew a little, almost close to 2,000 people. So hopefully we can get that up maybe for the event. What's this Paul London storyline? PCW. I don't know why I even brought that up, but yeah, no, same rating. So it was a 60, 60C. What did NXT get? Oh, we did better than NXT, probably due to something involving that Liv Morgan segment took it out. I don't even know why I keep clicking on Ohio Valley Wrestling. I just think it's funny. Poor guys. So let's see, what did we get here? Oh, Kyle locates, now resides in Japan. What is time to heal? Feeling fuck you, you know. Can't even work a small week. No, this was old stuff, so extend this deal. Non-exclusive contract extension, yeah, whatever. Don't need that. We got it. Oh, we got a 8 TV rating now, so we're getting close to breaking in. Let's go to the show history real quick. Go there. Let's see, Lucha Underground. Got a 60. We finally breached. We're getting up there. Usually we're pulling off some 7s. Now we're getting an 8. So we have one last show.
Sorry for the annoying intros, but this is just so I can know when to stop and edit and stuff. And I don't know why I'm even continue talking. One thing before we get into the show, though. Just finished watching NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. I highly recommend it. Thought it was a really great show. But enough about that. Let's get right into the booking for the go-home show before Aztec Warfare. Alright, in an extremely short pre-show match, Joey Ryan defeated Marty the Mouth Martinez in 4 minutes. I thought it was longer, but whatever. By pinfall. Candice LeRae did good work. Parts of the crowd were upset there were more dangerous spots. Pretty much just a basic pre-show match with Joey Ryan and Marty the Moth Martinez. What can you do? Just wanted to have a pre-show match just to continue what's it called? Nope, still no improvement by Marty. And let's move on to the opening segment. Turner gimmick warning. What was I turning? Yes, let's finish that. Alright, so this is just Dario talks about, I don't know why I put hypes Lucha Underground. He pretty much hypes Aztec Warfare, and mainly the main event part of it, which involves, like, the Aztec Warfare match itself. Or it would be, except for this next segment, in which he's about to walk off after just hyping the match a little bit, and let's see, and, sad rating, but whatever. Oh, the storyline's got good idea. And Sexy Star comes out, and she cashes in Gift of the Gods. She says, I want to have a match at Aztec Warfare against the winner of the Aztec Warfare match. So we're going to have not only Aztec Warfare, but we're going to have a championship match as the main event. So like a co-main event now. So Dario Cueto's, obviously, what can he do? So pretty much that's it. Sexy Star cashes in Gift of the Gods. I wanted to cash it in. I was thinking of doing another event to wait for her to cash in, but I figured might as well just jump the gun now. Just kind of like a swerve, Vince Russo style. Let's go.
Alright, in an exceptional match, Prince Puma defeated PJ Black in 9 minutes and 12 seconds. Apparently, oh no, I don't know why Prince Puma is partnered with Conan. I have no fucking idea. I forgot to edit that out. I'm gonna get rid of that immediately. Prince Puma doing a good 78, PJ Black 57, basic match, just wanted to have it. And the next segment, let's see how this does. And Will Ospreay comes out and confronts Prince Puma. I'm doing this. I'm pulling this out. I really wanted to see. This isn't a storyline yet. Depending on how I feel, this might be a future storyline. Depending on New Japan and stuff and when they tour. But yeah, we're gonna see this as a match at Aztec Warfare. It's gonna be one of the matches. Will Ospreay v Prince Puma at Aztec Warfare 3. It was a good match the first time, so why not redo it? I would love to see this match in a Lucha Underground setting. I just feel that it would be, just like the lighting and the setting, like the kind of like the feel of Lucha Underground would be the perfect place to do it. Let's move on. Yeah, I know, Prince Puma. You don't have to tell me twice. Jesus. In a good match, Mil Martes defeated Phoenix in 8 minutes 45 with a frog splash. I didn't know Mil Martes did a frog splash. This match I just kind of had just kind of there, just to give Mil Martes a win. Didn't feel like really. The booking for this one's kind of just like me just delaying because it's late at night. I gotta get this finished, and it's the go home show for Aztec Warfare, so I just really I really didn't really care, but hopefully it's not doing so bad. So let's move on. What's the next segment? In a decent match, oh god damn it, Johnny Mundo apparently disclosed an sustained an undisclosed illness. I don't know why Johnny Mundo and Jack Evans don't work well together. They should. I thought I set the thing still good, but whatever. So, in a decent match, Johnny Mundo and Jack Evans beat Redragon when Johnny Mundo hits Bobby Fish with a Moonlight Drive. I just felt like just having this match. I thought it would do better, but apparently, Johnny, I don't know what the undisclosed illness is. I'll see about that. Got some heat backstage, follows his mistake that caused Johnny Mundo to get hurt. Hopefully he didn't get too hurt. This is just talking about, the cashing in of the Gift of the Gods and talking about some matches with different amounts of people, whatever. Move on. And in the main event of the night, Pentagon Dark defeats Kenny Omega in 10 minutes and 5 seconds with a pinfall. Pentagon Dark seemed off his game, and plus apparently Pentagon Dark and Kenny Omega have great chemistry together, so that's something. Maybe book this match again at some point. Really good match. Pentagon Dark with a 71, Kenny Omega with a 68. Good way to end off the show with that nice rating, and let's just end the show right here. Alright, C-55, grew up popularity. Again, kind of just a shitty, in terms of ratings, they could really have done better, but I just didn't put effort into it. And let's just move on to the last segment, and that's where we'll end. Alright, so we're back, and the rating got a 7, so we had a slight drop in ratings. Apparently Mil Martes needs time to heal. I really want to... I'll give him time off after his match at Aztec Warfare, but after that, that'll be settled. And apparently Johnny Mundo disclaimed the unclosed illness. I don't know why it's not injury. It's illness, not injury. That confuses me. But apparently he'll be able to work through it. I'll have to, after the match, we'll give him some time off. Apparently Heath Slater is the top star of the WWE. And what was this? Pay raise request from this fuck. Not even gonna deal with that. You can suck my dick. That was harsh, but let's see how Valley Wrestling did. Awful. What do you expect? But we have an Australian independent show with that 9 rating. Ripperoni. But yeah, this will be the last episode. This is the end of the SummerSlam Super Show. I hope
those that have watched this far had a great time and watching it. I don't know what I'm going with this. What is MP? Oh, it's just a Japanese thing. Yeah, no, I hope everyone had a great time watching this. I'm really excited about our first event here for the, let's see, it says Aztec Warfare 3 tonight. Yeah, and we'll get back to that soon. And we will, I'm not sure when Aztec Warfare will come out. Probably not for a bit, maybe like a week or something. I want to make a video talking about the card, just so in case anyone was confused. So I'll see you guys then.